Hey Sagittarius, we're going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys, Sagittarius. Whoa, Four of Wands just came flying out, Sag. All right, okay. I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like there's something you've accomplished here. There's something you're maybe trying to accomplish, okay? That kind of thing. Fool card. Fool card. Maybe you accomplished something on like a whim. I wonder if there was like something that you were like, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of go for it here and take like a leap of faith on something. So that's pretty cool. All right, Sagittarius. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Sag. Whoa. It's like the whole deck. Okay. All right. Well, that's friggin' awesome. Okay, so damn. All right, so the Queen of Swords at the bottom, I love that. But can I tell you, you guys have the Ace of Swords for the air of your mind. That's what I'm trying to say. This is awesome. So I feel like there is something that I think you're feeling friggin' clear on something here, okay? Like extreme clarity, that kind of stuff. Maybe even like a friggin' like moment of like, oh my God, now I get it. Okay, that's almost what I'm understanding, all right? That kind of thing. So I kind of like that. I very much like that, especially with the Queen of Swords at the bottom. It might be that you're like, you know what, I'm so sure about this, or now I understand something, and now I'm gonna like either really investigate something, or you're like, I'm just gonna like friggin' like, I don't want to say investigate, but more so like I'm going to observe like everything about this, or I'm going to figure out, I don't know, figure out something. Maybe this is like, now I know, now I'm going to like start talking about it, or I'm going to, I don't know, like figure out more about something. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're like, all right, I have a mystery. It's not so mysterious now. I figured it out. Let's go even deeper. That's what I'm feeling. So, all right. In the area of your feelings, you guys have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you're feeling like something that you at one time, it was like, okay, well, I'm lost on this thing, or I'm just like not figuring this out. This might be something that you are now feeling like, okay, I know who to ask for this, or now I feel like I understand like who I can, yeah, like who's the person, who's like the point person, who's the person that I like friggin' like ask something to, or, you know, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. And I will also say there might be something here that you're like, you know what, I actually feel like this information or whatever it is here that I figured out, maybe you're like, this could actually help somebody else, or this could be, you know, this could be something that is like, again, helpful for somebody else. Okay, that kind of stuff. All right. I will also say there might be something here that you are like, yes, I am clear on this thing. I figured that, like, again, figured this out, or now I understand something. I wonder if you're feeling like, yeah, but I'm not gonna tell everyone right now or something like that. Okay, that kind of stuff. All right, so in the energy around you, you guys have the Fool card. So maybe this is a person who's maybe taking a leap of faith on you, okay? That kind of thing, all right? Certainly could be. Or this could be something that it's like, now that you figured out something, or you're feeling like, okay, I have more information about this, it might be that now it's like, okay, now I can figure out if I want to take a leap of faith, if I want to just kind of like throw caution to the wind, or just kind of like, you know, try something here, that kind of stuff, right? Something kind of new. That's what I'm feeling. So, all right, let's see. Okay, so you guys have the Devil card, and this is showing up for your possible goal here. Okay, I feel like this might have something to do with the internet, okay, that kind of stuff. There might be something to do with, I don't know, the internet or something about that, okay, that kind of stuff. I feel like there is something here in the terms of wanting to form connections, or having like moments of like, aha, I figured that. This could even be like friggin' like clairaudience, clairvoyance, whatever it is, like having images, hearing something, whatever it is, that kind of stuff. It could be like something about that. And I wonder if it's like, okay, I want to see where's the common link. How do I link this stuff together? That kind of stuff. All right. That could be part of whatever's going on here. So, all right. Okay. So you guys have the Six of Wands, and this is showing up as the possible issue. All right. I wonder if there's maybe a sense of something being seen before it was ready. Okay. This Five of Pentacles maybe is indicative of maybe feeling like, okay, well, they kind of saw me in like a moment of weakness there, that kind of stuff. Okay. That could be part of whatever this is. All right. I also wonder if there's maybe an issue or something in being like recognized, or not recognizing something, that kind of stuff. Okay. But what I will say is it feels like it's almost like after the fact. It's like, oh, I know who that person was, or you know what I'm saying? Something about that. That seems to be showing up up as like a possible issue, okay? That kind of thing. I will also say there might, like, as we're going into this reading here, Sag, there might be something here where you're like, I should know this. Like, I should know this thing. I wonder if you're feeling like, if I expose that I don't know this particular, like how to do this thing, or I'm feeling confused about whatever the heck it is here, I wonder if you're feeling like, God, they're gonna see that I don't know this particular thing, or whatever the heck it is. I'm gonna be seen for like my weakness or whatever the heck it is. And it could be that it's like, well, yeah, that actually, you know, that's something that is gonna be shown, or, you know, that kind of stuff. Or that you're feeling like, well, I don't want to be seen for that thing, or I don't want to be, you know, or that somebody, again, like did not recognize you in some capacity or something like that, okay? That kind of stuff. What I will also say here is, I wonder if this is something about lacking validation, okay, from maybe other people, that kind of stuff. It could be that you're like, dude, I have like all this information and stuff flooding to me, that kind of stuff. You might be, again, feeling like, you know, I've never really like, no one wants to listen to me, or, you know, that kind of thing. And it could be that it's like, yeah, you know, maybe that's just what it is. Maybe in the past or current, whatever it is, maybe there was an energy of like feeling like unseen or uncelebrated, or that like you should have gotten, you know, a victory for something, a win for something here, okay? That kind of thing. I am feeling like there might be something where you're feeling a little bit like unseen, unvalidated, you know, something like that, okay? That kind of stuff. So, all right. Okay, so you have the Judgment card, and this is showing up for your opportunity here. I mean, I got to tell you, if there's something here that you like, you absolutely like know something, if there really is like almost like an inner truth here, I feel like that might even have like clues to like, either a particular decision that maybe needs to be made here with this Judgment call, or again, it could be that it's just like, this is the thing that's calling my name. Like that, like even if it's like, okay, everybody else is not seeing this thing or doesn't believe in it or whatever the heck it is, it might just be that it's like, yeah, but you can take accountability on what it is that you know, or that what your inner truth is. So yes, Judgment card showing up for your opportunity. Again, I think that this is something about doing something with this information, or this could be, again, maybe like admitting then there's something that is like, okay, I understand this, but like I need just like a little bit more clarity. You know what I'm saying? There's something about that, especially with that Queen of Swords that was there. Like, you know, it could be that it's like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to figure this out. Or having a conversation maybe with somebody who like really knows what they're talking about, or has maybe seen something before, I don't know, something like that. And I do get, again, internet or technology. Let's say like technology, that kind of information or feeling is what I'm getting. So, all right, let's see what else we can get for you, Sagittarius, Sag. All right. I mean, I gotta tell you, this Fool card in your environment, maybe this is a situation that's kind of asking, again, like you to maybe like take a leap of faith. It might be that it's like, hey, this is like something that kind of like got brought your way. It's like you can either do it or don't, that kind of thing. Maybe you're seeing it as like a little bit of a risk, but I wonder if you're even seeing it as a risk to not do it, okay? So it could be that this Judgment card here, again, is like, hey, your opportunity is to go ahead and do that thing, is to kind of answer the call, that kind of stuff. High Priestess, definitely checking in with your intuition, that kind of stuff, okay? I'm telling you, High Priestess also gives me friggin' internet references. You know, there's something. So, all right, let's see. Maybe you guys work online or social media, or maybe you're trying to figure out, well, I don't know, something internet-wise. Maybe it's not working, okay? Or there's a disconnect in some sense, or you're feeling like you know what this feels like? I just need somebody to show me. That's what it feels like. Sag, I'm right there with you, man. That I get that. I totally do. It's like, can someone, yeah, to help you finalize something or to get into something. Okay, so let's see. Or to repeat something again that you already did once. I'm getting like formatting, like to reformat something. All right. All right, what's at the bottom here? The King of Cups. Okay, so let's see. So with this Ace of Swords, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles here. So, all right, interesting. Okay, in the area of your mind, I feel like this, maybe you're like trying to figure out, like, okay, how do I figure this out that is like, I don't know, maybe the most like I wonder if you're trying to say something to somebody and you're like, I need to do this in like the most like gentle way possible, or like needing to, say something that is going to kind of hit somebody in maybe like a comforting way, that kind of stuff. That might be something that you're thinking of. Okay. Certainly could be. And for some of you guys, I even wonder if there's something here that you're trying to possibly think of how to help somebody else with something. That's what I'm saying. There's this energy of like, do I know enough, or should I consult somebody else, or should I don't know, something about that. Okay. That kind of stuff. And I also wonder, there's something here about like your physical comfort level with either a certain information or something that you are having to like say or understand, digest of some sort, something like that. Okay. That seems to be something that you are like definitely kind of focusing your thoughts on. Okay. That kind of stuff. So, all right. Let's see. I even wonder if there's maybe a particular conversation with maybe somebody who is like a caregiver, or maybe you're the caregiver, whatever's going on here. There seems to be something that you're either repeating the thought, like a conversation that you had with somebody. Okay. That kind of thing. And I think so. You might be repeating that, okay? That kind of thing. So, all right, let's see. Okay, so you have the Five of Pentacles, and I'm also getting like problem solving kind of energy here, okay? There might be something that you're trying to problem solve, maybe in the terms of like, how do I do something maybe on in like the most resourceful way possible, so that you're not like, I want to say like you're using every inch of the fabric, or I don't know, something like that. So, all right, it doesn't have to be fabric. I don't know, just an example. All right, so you have the Five of Pentacles, and you have it with the Moon card. This is showing up in the area of your feelings. Again, I think that I'm almost getting like embarrassment with this, okay? You might be feeling like maybe embarrassed for a certain thing here, that kind of stuff. I'm embarrassed all the time, so it's okay, don't worry. I'm always embarrassed, so, it's okay. All right, so okay, yes. So maybe some of you guys are dealing with a Capricorn, okay? It certainly could be, or you have Capricorn in your chart, okay? It certainly could be. And for some of you guys that you might have been like watching the channel since the old channel, the Ninth House Tarot channel. You know what I'm saying? I do understand that. So, okay. So yes, in the area of your feelings, I wonder if there's something that you're like, I need to figure this out, or, oh my God, that thing got out and I didn't want that to be exposed, that kind of stuff. I also am getting a very, very strong energy of motherhood, parenting, a mother figure, that kind of stuff. Okay. Strongly getting that. Absolutely. So, okay. So that, that could be your mom. That could be, maybe you're a mother. I don't know, that kind of stuff. Okay. Or, you can, or you, I don't know, maybe you're a teacher, and your students are like your little babies. I understand that. I get that. I used to teach. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. And I also understand something about like, something being done in the nighttime, but I wonder if there's something here that is like almost like a subconscious fear that I wonder if you're like, I don't want that to be revealed, or I don't want to relive that, or something about that. Okay. That kind of stuff. Maybe this is something you've already worked through and you're feeling like, I just don't have the energy to freaking like work through that again, or you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see. You guys have the Fool card, and you have it with the Six of Swords, and this is showing up in your environment. I think that this is somebody who wants to like go with you somewhere. That's what I'm like really understanding. Okay. I don't know if this is like a friggin' carpool situation, or this is somebody who's like, you know what, I'm going to be like your little buddy. I'm going to come with you, kind of like help you along here, that kind of stuff. And I feel like there's this energy of, I'm telling you, I think that you and somebody you're dealing with, or a situation, whatever it is, I feel like you're both helping each other out. That's what I'm feeling. It's like this symbiotic kind of like, nice working energy here. But at the same time, I'm telling you, there's something that you're feeling like maybe secretly nervous about, okay, that kind of stuff, or kind of feeling like, am I exposed in this way, or should I kind of dive deeper into this feeling, or should I tell somebody? I don't know, something like that. That's kind of what I'm feeling, is something that you are like really feeling, okay, a lot of like emotions. And I do understand something about possibly feeling, oh, Sag, there might be something, and I understand this too. You might be feeling like you're always on the outside of something. Like you might be feeling like, okay, well, I want to be in this group, or I want to, whatever the heck it is, but you might be feeling like really nervous to do that, or you might have this like intuitive feeling that like you're not wanted somewhere. And that is a freaking hard thing to deal with. Okay. I, again, totally relate to that. I swear to God, like story of my life. I don't know. I really don't know what's up with that. I really don't know, but, I don't know. I'm not sure, but that might be something that you're kind of like feeling, okay, that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, I feel like there's somebody here who's like, it's like, take a leap of faith faith on me, or like kind of take a risk in some sense, and it's going to be easier. You just have to trust me. That's almost what I'm feeling. Okay. Again, maybe this is like doing something again, or this is like just kind of pushing yourself into something, and then it's like, look at, once you start, it's like smooth sailing, you know, that kind of stuff. And that's where like that might kind of dissipate some of this like fear that is popping up in the air of your feelings. So all right, you have the Devil card and the Magician, and this is showing up for your goal. So for some of you guys, maybe this is something that you're like, dude, I'm fighting dirty, like whatever, that's what I'm doing. Okay, certainly could be. And then for others of you, I swear there's something that I feel like you have this goal or this want to, again, like find like the link in something, being like, where is like the common thread, that kind of stuff. Because I feel like that's where it's like that's the thing that you need, or that's the thing that's going to make something up and running. It's like that's going to thing that's going to create something or have something like have power. I mean, this feels like I don't know what this feels like. Actually, this feels like I'm just going to kind of say the whole like technology thing again, because that is what it feels like. It feels like connecting something, and now there's like a circuit, or I don't know, that you know, something about that. So I'm not really sure, but I do understand something about, you know, wanting something to be kind of like a permanent, or again being able to find like the thread, the commonality between something here, that kind of stuff, and then maybe using that as like your permanent source of like inspiration. Okay, you know what they say, like finding like a muse, if you're like an artist or a singer, I mean any type of art form really. Okay, that kind of stuff. That's almost like what I'm feeling is like I want my muse, I want my my inspiration, you know, something like that. Okay, that kind of stuff. For some of you guys, I'm even getting, it's like, dude, I need a miracle, like I need some type of miracle, that kind of stuff. So all right, you have the Five of Wands, and this is showing up as what to do here. So yeah, there's definitely something about doing something, maybe that just has like, I kind of do want to say chaos, to be completely honest here, but I don't know why I feel like you're kind of down for it here, Sag. Okay, I almost called you Leo, so I don't know. There might be something in that, but I do feel like there's something here about like, I want to say like testing things out, okay? Testing something out, because Sagittarius, there is something that I think that you probably could figure out, but it's with this Queen of Pentacles and this Ace of Swords, it's almost like I can figure it out if it's for somebody else, but if it's for me, forget it. I mean, I almost feel like I'm reading for myself. I take myself out of these, out of like the tarot readings, but like I'm still a Sagittarius, so you know, all right, but I do understand that it's like trying to figure something out here, or at least like testing something, that kind of stuff. That could be part of whatever this is. I feel like there is some type of like suggestion of kind of doing something that you're not used to doing, or doing something that makes you feel like, oh my God, that's the thing that's making me, again, like reveal something that maybe you're like, that's a private thing, or I feel kind of like nervous, or whatever the heck it is in some capacity. Okay, that kind of thing. There might be something to do with dreams as well for some of you, that you might be feeling that, I want to say the after effect of that. So, all right. So you have the Fool card, and this is showing up as what to avoid. So I'm telling you, there is something here about avoiding a missed opportunity that you might have already, okay, if you have missed an opportunity, because I know we miss opportunities all the time for one reason or another, okay? If this has to do with like hesitating on something, I feel like it's like, do not hesitate this go around, you know, please don't do that, because it does feel like this is maybe a situation or something that maybe like looks like a risk, that kind of stuff maybe is a risk, but I feel like there is something about it being easier, or having something where it's like, okay, now we're good to go, like something about that, okay? So I think that this is maybe like, again, maybe not taking a massive risk on something, but at least being open to like spontaneity in some sort of way, okay? That kind of stuff. And and I also want to say maybe avoid adding something super, super new to whatever is already formulated, okay, or is being formulated. So, all right, with the Six of Wands, you guys have the Empress card here for the area of your challenge, or the issue. So, okay, yes, this is, I do understand somebody like a mother figure or something about that, like being extremely present in your reading, okay? Like, I mean, it's very much there, okay? So I'm definitely understanding that. This is showing up for your possible issue, okay? So I wonder if maybe somebody did not show up to something, and maybe it's like they were supposed to help. Maybe this is you, I have no idea, but there might be an energy of like, I don't know, either being seen, what the heck? You might have been seen doing something that most people would be like, that is really difficult. And you might be like, oh, I just did this out of nowhere. And I swear to God, that's what I'm saying, is you might be not realizing how like, capable you are about something, or how something just comes easily to you, that kind of stuff, that might be an issue, because it might be that it's like when you're doing something where it's like it doesn't immediately come to you, you might be like, what's the problem here? Like that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying, Sagittarius? It totally could have something like, something like that, okay? That kind of stuff. What I will also say is, it's like the way you showed up to something, or the way somebody else showed up to something, I feel like that formed an opinion. Somebody else formed an opinion about you, or that kind of thing. But I think that opinion was flawed. Okay. Well, I don't know if an opinion can be flawed. Your opinion's your opinion, but it's like it was based on like a false something. I don't know. That's what I feel with that. Okay. That kind of stuff. All right. And I also wonder if maybe part of this is just that maybe whatever it is that you're kind of maybe wanting to show up for, or maybe getting attention for, maybe that, or I wonder if something that was you were supposed to like get attention for, I wonder if, I don't know, there was something there that messed that up in some sense, or I don't know, maybe you were taking care of too many things, or you had a hard time, maybe, I want to say finding a ride somewhere. Like somebody was like, oh, I can't bring you somewhere. I don't know. I'm not sure what that's about, but I do understand something regarding that. Okay. That kind of thing. There's so much about like wanting to help, and then like receiving help, but then like, I don't want to be seen for this thing, but this is supposed to be easy and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that going on here. So you have the Knight of Swords, and this is showing up as what to do. I feel like this is one of those things where it's like, you kind of have to do this before you talk yourself out of it, that kind of situation. All right. Maybe this is saying something extremely quickly, or doing something in like a shortened version of something here, that kind of stuff. Okay. I also wonder if there's something here where it's like, again, checking in with somebody else. Okay. That kind of stuff, that could be part of whatever it is. And you know what I also want to say? Something about like bullet points, or like dashes, or like having like little like, speaking points. I don't know. I'm not sure. Something like that, so that you don't like lose your focus, or you know what I'm saying? So that like you're feeling like on task with something, or that you're not forgetting anything that you that you don't want to forget, that kind of stuff. I mean, with the Five of Pentacles and the Moon card, maybe you're feeling like, I know I'm going to forget something, or that might be the feeling of like, I forgot something, but what it is, what is it? When we feel that thing, that could be part of whatever is going on here. So you have the Page of Pentacles, and this is showing up as what to avoid. I feel like I would avoid like extra messaging right now, or even avoiding maybe making more plans right now, because it might be that it's like, hey, you're saying yes to that you're going to show up to these things, but like you're already at capacity, dude. Like you've got like enough going on, that kind of stuff. All right. That could be part of whatever it is. So it's like, like either avoid telling somebody a particular thing here, or this is an avoidance of, again, like either accepting a particular invitation or message, or vice versa, something like that. Okay. That kind of stuff. All right. So you have the Judgment card, and then you have it with the Four of Pentacles here. This is showing up for your opportunity. I really feel like this is the opportunity for you guys to, again, rise to the occasion with something. And it's like, there's something here that is like, you're either feeling like, well, this is like, this is my calling. Like I literally, like, this is the thing that I want to do. But I swear to God, why do I feel like you feel almost embarrassed for wanting to do something here? You know what that is? That's a trauma response. That's what that is, Sag. Okay. So you're allowed to do cool things, even if they're like weird. I mean, you're a Sagittarius. I as a fellow Sag, I feel like we like strange things, or I don't know, or we just want to know everything. I don't know. We want to learn everything, man. That kind of stuff. So I don't know. Maybe that's what your life mission is here, is just to like learn everything, that kind of stuff. Okay. Certainly could be. That might be something that you're feeling here. And I feel like your opportunity might be to hold on to judgment until, I don't know, until you get more information, or until, like everything kind of gets settled, or just holding on to judgment in for a later date, or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. Okay. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. And at the same time, I would really kind of say that this is even like self-judgment, like we don't need to, judge ourselves that harshly, but at the same exact time here, if this is something that you're like, okay, but this is what I want to do, and I want to get better at this, or whatever the heck it is, then it could be that it's like, if you are receiving information or helpful information, whatever the heck it is, it could be that it's like your opportunity is to kind of like accept that, or to hold on to a particular maybe something that somebody said, or you know what I'm saying, holding on to something here, okay, you know, holding on to it, reserving something, that kind of stuff, okay. I do understand that, or not giving up on a dream, not giving up on a dream, you know. Okay, so you guys have the Four of Pentacles. This is showing up as what to do. So yes, I feel like this is just finding a way to make something work here, okay? It's like, you know where they say like where there's a will, there's a way? That's a little bit what I'm feeling here with this Four of Cups here. I just feel like this is maybe, I want to say deep thinking about something, okay? Deep thinking about something, but I feel like there's an energy of like, yeah, but don't be mean to yourself. Like, yes, it almost feels like an inner critique, or like critiquing yourself, or I don't know, something like that, or kind of like analyzing yourself in some sense, something about that, okay? I feel like there's like, you know, yes, you learning about yourself, that kind of stuff, but I also think that there is this energy of like, yeah, but don't like sit and stew on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't let that don't let that energy kind of like take your motivation away. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. But I do think that there's something about really heavily considering whether you want to accept an opportunity, or whether something is like able to kind of come together and work together, you know. All right, what to avoid? You guys have the Six of Cups here, okay. I kind of want to say avoid feeling like you're innocent, whatever this is, okay. I don't know what this is, but I don't know. That's kind of what I'm understanding, is like a level of like, you know, everyone is playing like their own role here, that kind of stuff, okay. What I will also say is there might be something where it's like, listen, you like, again, that voice in the back of your head, or a certain memory or something like that, there might be something where it's like, we got to avoid that for right now, okay. That kind of thing certainly could be. You know, there's a lot about like returning, revising, deep thinking, that kind of stuff showing up here for your opportunity. I just think that there's something about, okay, yes, introspection, deep thinking, that kind of stuff, but not like going over and rewriting something completely, okay, or returning back to something that maybe was like, you know, I don't know, that you felt maybe not included in, or something like that, okay. So all right, that's what I have for you guys, Sagittarius. I hope this reading was helpful and made sense, all that kind of stuff. Sorry, this was a really long one. Okay, so I will see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.